everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. I hope everyone had a really good 4th of July weekend. I had a lot of fun. My youngest kids, my twins, were 21, so we went out and showed them a nice time on their birthday. And my husband's birthday was also last week, so it was an interesting week. We had a lot of stuff going on along with 4th of July. We went to Yankee Stadium on the 4th of July because the kids all had their own thing going. But I had a good one. I hope you did too. All right, first of all, for the kits, I have everything all cut up and ready. I'm just waiting for one ribbon that needs to come, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. It's going to be coming. So then they'll all be all done, and I will email the people who asked for a kit. I will email you the amount it would be with shipping. Okay, so I'm using another one of the online exclusive sets, Potions and Spells. Comes with dies, and also I'm using this is a Christmas set, Greetings of the Season dies for this oval label right there. Okay, so this box is a little cauldron box, sans lip like that, and I have in here some of the candy ghosts and a fun size candy bar. I got the ghosts, I put the ghosts in my kit, and I got them from Oriental Trading. They may be back in stock. They were sold out pretty quickly. But they do come in a big bag like this. I think they were $12 or $14 for the bag, I'm not sure. For this, you're gonna need, I meant to keep the cover for my dies, because you can use the cover as long as your candy is wrapped. You can use the cellophane cover to wrap your candy. So I'll do that right now. This is just a 4x6 cellophane bag, but you could use the one from your dies. I'm just cutting off the lip and tape part that we don't need, and then I'm gonna put this in, ghosts in, and then I'm going to put the Almond Joy or whatever candy bar you want. This is 2 inches almost. It is actually 1 7/8 inches high, so anything that goes underneath. All right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it over so this is snug, and then get some tape. This is broken. And just tape that. It's a nice cellophane tape from Walmart. It doesn't say invisible tape, it says transparent tape, because the invisible tape to me shows. I like to get the one that's like cellophane. And then you just wrap it up with your ribbon. I use the iridescent striped. Okay, so that's what I did with my candy. That's how I wrapped it up. It's a good way to use things you have instead of having to buy a whole bunch of new bags. All right, so you can make 3 of these out of 1 sheet of cardstock, and then use your scraps up for the cauldron part. We need a piece of basic black that is 7 by 3 1/8. 2 of these cauldrons right here. I didn't stamp them, I just cut them out of basic black. I cut 2 of these drippy things from Granny Apple Green cardstock, and 1 from the Brights DSP with the circles on it that I'm going to cover up on the front. The back one I didn't cover up. Okay, and then we need the 2 bottles, which are this and that, and I cut them from Pumpkin Pie cardstock. And then the insides of the bottles I cut with, let me see what I wrote here. The Gorgeous Grape is from the Regals Designer Series paper, and the Daffodil Delight is from the Brights. So I used Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie for the label, and Granny Apple Green from the Brights, and the Gorgeous Grape from the Regals 6x6 DSP. Okay, so that's all the pieces we need. Let me get my Simply Scored. This is my host code. Please put that in for any purchases under $150, not including your shipping and tax. I would appreciate that. All right, we're going to start on the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/2, and 6 1/2. Turn it to the 3 1/8 side and score at 1 1/4. Okay, that's it. Just fold and burnish your score lines. Okay, your 1/2 inch rectangle is over here, and there is a 1 1/4 inch strip on the bottom. And this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so let's start over here. We're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge both sides of that square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line, and then wedge that square. Okay, and then we're going to go to the last score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle, and go to the top and wedge a piece off that top. And that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done scoring and cutting. Okay, so I'm just going to get some tear and tape and put it on what's left of that 1/2 inch rectangle. The backing off. Okay, flip the whole thing over, flip over the side with the tape, and then the other side. Okay, so now this is our back here. And I'm going to put glue on the tabs and then pull the back and then finish up this part. Okay, so this box is 2 by 1 1/4 by 1 7/8. Okay, not including our pieces of our cauldron. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. And then I'm going to try to get just the top nicely even, or maybe just a little lower. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. Try to get them nice and even. Okay, and there you have your little stand. All right, now let's get all of our pieces, and I'm going to put this the drips on the front and the back in the first in the Granny Apple Green cardstock. The front and back, I guess, doesn't really matter at this point because you really can't see much. Now you can stamp this and cut it if you want, but I just wanted to do it in black. And I just made it right flush with the top and tried to get it even in between the sides of the top of the cauldron. Okay, and then whichever one you pick for the front, I'm going to cover this with the DSP that is Granny Apple Green also. That's the Regals Designer Series paper. Okay, now we need our bottles. So I cut the bottles out of pumpkin pie, and then I use the same DSP, all the bubbles, but you can switch it up to the stripes or whatever one you like. But this one is the Daffodil Delight bubbles, and I'm just going to put that right in there. And there's kind of a border, and the top kind of dips just a little bit. And then this one is Gorgeous Grape, which is a Regals DSP piece. Okay. Alright, so let's just let them dry up a minute. And we're going to do the tag. Now again, this tag is from Greetings of the Season dies. It's about, I'd say 1 5/8 by 3/4 if you have anything similar. And I'm going to use some Tuxedo Black ink, and we're going to put the hole on this side. I'm going to stamp the sentiment "A Little Hocus Pocus" in Tuxedo Black. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to get some dimensionals. This is pretty quick and easy. I think you could mass produce these too if you wanted to. Alright, we're going to put this bottle about right there, and the smaller bottle next to it. Good. Okay, then we need our candy. We want to push it down so that it doesn't really show that much above. So I'm just going to put it in there. Figure out that. Alright, I'm just going to push it down as much as I can. And then I'm going to get some of the iridescent striped ribbon. I'm just going to tie a bow around it to close it. I made it as small as I could, as slow as I could actually. I'm just going to puff this out. Okay, and I'm just going to push that in. That looks good. And the bow kind of covers the top too. Alright. And then I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to get this is the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. It has Balmy Blue, Flirty Flamingo, and Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to use the Lemon Lolly and thread it through the hole. And then I want it to be on this side, so I'm going to put it above the bow and just tie it in the back. I'll tie a bow in the back. Now you can thread it onto the iridescent ribbon, but it makes it a little bit harder to see under the bow. And then for the final touch, I'm going to use some of the ombre dots in the oranges. And I'm going to put, oops, one right there, a large one there, and a large one, say there, and then a small one right there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, my email is below, along with the links to my Stampin' Up! Shop and my blog that has all the directions written out. All right, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.